So we stitched as I showed you until we reached the area where we have our edge of the flounce, and now we just need to do exactly the same for this side. So again, right sides facing together. Don't forget, mark the 1 centimeter seam allowance. And the 0.5 here. This is a little bit too much. Now, to make sure that you have the correct position of your zipper, it's right sides facing together, aligned with the other one, okay? Like so. I'm gonna align the teeth, the top teeth again, here. I'm gonna pin. Before I sew it, however, just to make sure that it's in the correct position, once I have 1 or 2 pins here, I will check if the zipper is on the correct position, which it is, so I can pin the rest. It's very annoying if you sew the zipper and then it wasn't on the correct position, because an invisible zipper, if you want to remove it once you have sewn it, at least for me, it's a very hard task, so I never do it. If I sew it wrong, oh my god, probably I will throw everything in trash. That's why I always double check before sewing it. So now that, let's just repeat the sewing of the zipper just like we did on the other side, and then I will come back here. Something, however, we need to do before is just going through with your, I don't know the name of this in English now, well, you know, this thing here. You need to move it while you haven't sewn the second side of the zipper. You need to move it until it's already on your project and not here on the lower part that is going to be cut. Because if you sew the zipper on both sides, then you will not have a way of moving this to the correct position. So you should move it now, leave it here on the lower parts of your project, and try to sew until the maximum that you can the second part of the zipper, okay? And that's it. Let's see how this is on the right side. Okay, now I can see I'm proud of my work. On the other one, no. Okay, but now just to make sure that this small bit here is also perfect, we can first of all cut the zipper, the excess zipper, and we can also fold everything like so. And very carefully on my straight stitch machine, I can go ahead and sew coming a little bit. Remember that we sewn 2 centimeters on the lower part here. So instead of 2, you can come like 3 centimeters, very near the seam that you have already sewn there, and go from there to the lower parts. So instead of 2, you can do 2.5 centimeters, which is 1 inch. Or a little bit more. And so again, it's going to be a little bit difficult because you have the volume of your zipper, so you should use the zipper foot and grab your zipper like I'm doing here on your sewing machine and try and sew it from the edge there until here. If you want, you can even mark here where you want to come, like here, see? And I'm gonna use the needle and I'm gonna move it until I'm sure that I'm on the correct spot. So I have stitched just like I told you. I even came a little bit further than the line that I've marked there. Let's see how this turns out. No, it's quite nice. See? Now I just need to iron so that my pen disappears, and I think it's a very smooth connection and actually perfect. I'm pretty proud of this of what I've done. Well, the good part is that now I'm almost sure that this is perfectly going to fit, because it really opens until here, so I will have enough, I hope, to fit me, but I think so. Now we just need to place right sides facing together of our lining and our main fabric. Of course, I need to also now sew the zipper on the back part. But before that, let me just also say something. We can sew the zipper, the lower part here of the zipper, to the seam allowance on one side and on the other. Just a little bit, just to make sure that it stays exactly where we want. And then also, so that you don't have this sticking out, when you sew this inside, you can flip this inside like I'm showing you here and secure it, but to the seam allowance, so that you will not see it on the outside, okay? Just so this is secure, and once it's on the right side, it will be perfect.